And I did just get muted. So as I was saying that, we get to work our business from so many locations. And, we used to call it a home-based business, but now it's the phone-based or the iPad or the technology-based business. And as our company changes, we've seen so many things and just exciting times. And I did wear my Vols shirt today because I am in East Tennessee going to a football game tonight and brought my grandkids up here and got them a little things. So, one of the great things about our business is the fact that you can work from so many places and continue to get your work done and play. If there's anybody that likes to play, we have our president on today. Well, let's just face facts. Mark Wilson may work as hard as anybody I know, because I know he is a work in the machine. But when he switches gears to play, he likes to do the same. I know he dug me out of the snow a couple of years ago so many times I was embarrassed because I just knew I could ride a snowmobile with no trouble. And I found out very quickly that was much more difficult than I anticipated. So at any rate, Mark, we want to thank you for taking time out and being on this call. But we have so much we want to talk about. Obviously, next week is our big convention coming up. And I know many people are going to be on that in there, and we're all flying out. I'm flying out Tuesday. I know that several of us are coming out early. But Mark, I want to talk about the vision of the company. I want you to also talk about the complexity of what we're going through. I guess we've been doing it, but the complexity of what's been going on with the company, merging, my goodness, RX. I mean, I started with you in RX, and I still will tell people I'm in RX, and that's okay. I forget NewAge sometimes, and I've got my NewAge shirts, but I'll still say RX many times. So kind of just walk us through that. And I've been seeing all the posts from Mexico. Looks like they're on fire as well. So we'll turn it to you to talk about where we're going, what's going on with the company, and excitement for next week.
Hey, thank you, Chris, and go Vols, right? Okay. My Utes are playing today, so if you're an Arizona State fan, I'm sorry, but that's my team. In fact, I'm missing that game to be down here. I told Carlos down in Mexico, I said, man, I must really love you, because those tickets are always pretty tempting when I've got them. But I realize that, we got to be out and going sometimes. This morning, sorry, excuse me for being all sweaty, but we had a basketball game with a bunch of, if you're not aware, Chiquis and some of the top leaders that are our top power rankers down here are all professional basketball players down here in Mexico. And so people got talking some smack last night at one of our events, and somehow I found myself on the court this morning. But my team won because I picked the right team. I think that's the lesson number one today. If you pick the right team with the people that are better than you, hey, you just go along for the ride, right? You just support where you can. I did a couple of passes, and I think I made one bucket, so I'll take credit for it. But it's a pleasure to be with you today, really. Thank you for spending some time out of your weekend. I'll try to make sure this is meaningful and give you some insight that may help you in your business, because quite frankly, this is your business. And I think every moment when you're engaged in this, you need to realize it is my business, not Mark Wilson's business, not Todd Rowland's business, not Deb Schneider's business, not Brent Palmer. Okay, this is my business. And you want to look at that from that angle so that you can make sure you're always taking control of your actions and your thoughts and your activities, because that's really where we get sideways sometimes. A lot of people have been asking me, why did you do this? We don't see the benefit. What's going on? This seems crazy. We're having all these challenges. Things have changed. Reports aren't quite where they need to be. Systems aren't as smooth as where they need to be. I understand. And I think sometimes when you build a foundation, you plan it, you prepare for it. And quite frankly, it doesn't always go exactly how we would love to have it go in some of these convergence systems. But that doesn't mean we're not going to still end up where we want to be. And I want to be very clear about that, because if you really look at it with everything that's going on in society and how many companies in our industry and any industry have been struggling, look how many people have been put out of business. Look how many jobs have been, downsized. You look at what's happened there. For us, not only to have it, but to have the potential to more than double in size, even if it's difficult, even if it seems challenging, even if it seems like a total pain in our butt for a few months, I promise you, in the end, it will be worth it, okay? Because we now have over 75 countries we have access to. We have an opportunity to continue to expand. We're getting ready to launch Africa this next week, so that is exciting. And we've been waiting for that for a long time, all right? And it's complex beyond anything you could imagine, all right? We're retooling Korea. We've got challenges in trying to grow markets around the world. And so there's a lot going on. And when you make a system change with 75 countries, and you have not just RX and not just Noni, but you have Zenoa and you have all these other companies you're meshing together, that's a big deal. Okay. That's a big deal. And it's taken some time. The good news is every week I see things getting fixed, improved. We're giving more access to our customer service so they locally can take care of things. I think this week they were given access to be able to take care of, business title changes if there's problems there. So we can give you the service levels you're used to. So folks, it is improving. Why did we do this? Well, first of all, being a public company gives us access to quick capital, gives us access to do acquisitions. And why is acquisitions important? Because as you're a small $200 million company versus $1 billion or $2 billion company, you have the ability to respond to ups and downs and surprises and changes in business much better. And we want the stability for your business as well. We want you growing, but on the back end, you need to feel like there's stability, there's security, there's safety in where we're going. In addition to that, I think it also gives you the ability to invest with the company and grow with the company if you so choose. Now, that may not be your goal, and that's fine. I would always tell you, don't put all your eggs in one basket, but if you want to ride with us, this gives you an opportunity as well. In addition to that, we saw the opportunity to expand around the world, which, folks, that is the new game. We're becoming a global society, if you haven't figured it out already. And sorry about that. I can't stop sweating. But I'm leveling up right now, Todd. So I'm doing my level up business. All right. So we got a little activity out there this morning. But I want you to think about, if not this, what would we be doing? All right. Do you really want a company? Some people, somebody said something to me over in Asia this last couple of weeks ago, and I had to smile a little bit and just take a moment. They said to me, I wish you would have just left everything the way it was. I wish you would have moved the prices back the way they used to be 10 years ago, because I've been with the company for 25 years. I wish you would have, just moved it back to everything, the labels back, everything, because the way it was 10 years ago was incredible. Now, I know that may appear wonderful at the moment, but I want you to think about your phone. If you're on a phone right now, I'm on my phone. Okay. I'm on my iPhone 12 and I'm jealous that they have an iPhone 13 because I want to go pro, right? You got to be a pro, right? If you're going 13. But I want you to think about the advancement from the first iPhone, or even from a Motorola phone, or some of these other things of where we've gone. Not all of them have been just the most amazing change and upgrade, right? They've had some bugs. They've had some things they've had to figure out. I had some that I was so frustrated, I wanted to throw it against the wall multiple times. But guess what? We keep fixing things. We keep improving things. Why? Because we're an innovative company that is committed to fix and repair and make better everything that's going on. I drive a Tesla car, and people, at first were like, that's the worst thing ever. And, yes, did they have bugs? Do they have things that every once in a while they launch something and it frustrates me for a week or two until they come out with something new. But I know that in the long run, it's getting better and better and better. So thank you for being patient with us through this process, because we know it's been difficult for you. We know it's been a little bit, but that's part of growth, laying the foundation, because the foundation of where we want to go. You're going to see some things. And by the way, plug for this weekend's event. You need to be at that event. All right. If you're kind of on the fence in any way you can be there, you need to be there if at all possible. Now, if you can't, you can't, but get the notes, find out what's going on, because I'm telling you, what's going to be launched at that event will give you not only a glimpse as to what's going on, but it will refuel you. Down here in Mexico, I was giving them a little bit of glimpse of what, they're going to see, and some of the pieces there when they saw some of the new products, some of the new technology. And I'll just give you a little hint. Dr. Pena, who's on our scientific advisory board, walked up to me unsolicited and said, I can't believe this new product they just sent to me. He said, Mark, I've been doing this for almost 20 years. I'm a doctor. I worked at a Sonavive clinic. I've done all these things. I've seen so much. My wife, Brenda, and I, we took this product the first night, woke up the next morning, and we felt younger. We could not believe how we felt. All right. Now, I'm not going to tell you any more than that, because you're going to get an opportunity to learn more about that maybe this next Saturday. But I'm telling you, this is the kind of technology our R&D team and Deanna Latson and Brett and Fernando and these guys have been working on, that has not only patents because it's scientifically set up and established, and you're going to see more and more on this because this product is an amazing, amazing product. And I've never had anything like it, never, ever. Okay. And the reason I was smiling is because that was my experience. Now, if that didn't get you excited, now, maybe because you're not over 40 or 50 like I am, and you need a little pick-me-up every once in a while. But I tell you, it has been amazing to see the advancement, the new Lucem products that are coming out, okay? To watch just a little demonstration yesterday on how that worked, I was blown away within like less than an hour, okay? So there are things coming that are going to help you. This is just a few of the beginning of the things that we're going to deliver to you as we get this all put together. The social selling aspects, the other pieces there. But I'm going to promise you something. We're going to launch quick. We're going to launch social selling. You're going to learn more about this on the Saturday event. But guess what's going to happen? We're going to have a few problems. We're going to have some bugs. And if you have the attitude as a business owner, oh, this is terrible, these guys don't know what they're doing, this is okay, then you've missed the point. All right. Because when Tesla launched its first car, it sucked. It had all kinds of problems, but it was the beta. It was just getting started. The problem is now everybody's following Tesla, aren't they? Okay. GM, Ford, everybody's saying, we got to get auto driving cars. We got to figure this out. Why? Because first is always rewarded. And we know that we need to be a little aggressive rather than be really conservative. Sometimes it may feel like you need to be conservative, but I promise you, you need to be a little more aggressive. You need to be a little more aggressive in your business. And as we're working forward with this, because if you're sitting back saying, I'm going to wait until everything's perfect, I'm going to wait until all the products have been launched, I'm going to wait until all the, you've missed it. You've missed the opportunity. Okay. 10 years, 11 years ago, it'll be almost 11 years. I remember, just to tell you a little story, we had another partner with us, and that partner, you know, jumped in at the first, and for 11 months, he pushed, he worked, he tried everything. Okay. And at the end of 11 months, he just came to us and said, I can't do this. I can't do it. I can't hang with you guys. I can't not take a paycheck. I can't go through all these problems. I can't not sleep at night, worry about what's going on and all the challenges of opening up this market. And all this. I just can't do it. Okay. Well, he had the same amount of stock and shares as I had, as Jeff, as others. Okay. And he walked away from that because he didn't see the potential. All right. Now the company went to 230 million. Now we're going to hit close to 500 million. Can you see the loss of potential? Now, some would say, yeah, but it's another 10 years. Well, what would you do for 10 years of work and effort? Would you be willing to invest 10, $20 million worth of a reward coming back to you for 10 million for 10 years? I know I would. Okay. And I do pretty well in life, and I'd still give you another 10 years for $10 million. Okay. Life's good, right? That's not a bad income. You can eke out a living with a little bit of money. And now whether your goal is to be $1 million earner or to just make a little extra for your family, it's the same principle. It's just a different scale. And I want you to think about that, of where you're going and what you're doing in your business, because it's doing those little activities every day, as I'm reminded. I love what you all have been doing with your Level Up program and some of the programs I've been seeing, because as I see this, it's taking those little actions, it's taking those little steps, because what we really help people do is transform lives. I had a brand new doctor down here last night walk up to me and start showing me pictures. He was scrolling through his iPhone, showing me all of these before and after photos. He has been a doctor. He's one of the most prominent doctors in Mexicali down there. Very, very well known. Wouldn't give the 1 minute time to any MLM or any direct sales company ever, okay, in the past, okay? And he's been approached multiple times. When he saw what our SlenderX program did, when he saw what our Elite and other things are doing, he went crazy. He said, you don't understand what you have. I'm going to publish papers on this. I'm going to show. He goes, look at this. And he was just like a little kid. Now, why is somebody who's got that kind of experience so excited? It's because he realizes what we have. Excuse me. He realizes the opportunity, and all of a sudden he's on fire. I want you to have that same fire in your belly right now. I want you to be so excited about where we're going. with COVID, it's been a little weird because we haven't been able to travel. We haven't been able to see each other. So this event coming up is going to be one of those. And it's the first of many. For those of you that still can't travel, our hearts are with you. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. We know, you would love to be there, but stay engaged any way you can. I unfortunately won't be there this Saturday because I made a commitment to go to Europe. I'm going to be in Europe for 3 weeks, hitting city after city after city, because it's the first time in 2 years they're letting us back into Europe. So we're excited about that, and want to make sure that we give them the momentum and the love and respect they need. Soon as Asia's open, and we're back over there as well. But I want you that engaged in your business, because if you want to have what few people have, you have to be willing to do what few people are willing to do, right? And that's why my motto has always been, I want to win more than I want it my way. I'm going to repeat that. I want to win more than I want it my way. Sometimes we get so set in our ways or our habits, we don't look at new perspectives. We don't look at new ideas or new ways of thinking. And this is an opportunity for you right now to retool your businesses and look at this. So take these tools you're going to get this Saturday, look at these things, and then look at it day by day. And remember, you can only control what you can control. Things that you can't control, why are you spending any time worrying about something you have no control over, right? I've learned that a long time ago in my career. If I can't control it, why am I worrying about it? Now I'll try and influence, I'll try and encourage, I'll try and do what I can, but then I realize, okay, this is what I can control. This is what I can do. And that's where you really need to be focused if you want to make those huge advancements in your life and in your business, is focus on that which you can control. Focus on that which you can influence, and then go to work doing those things. And then, you know what I found? The world has a way of not only working out, but it has a way of helping influence other people to want to step up and do their part too. So together as partners, I promise you, this is an exciting time. I know it doesn't feel like it, but you're going to look back on this and say, I remember when we went through this, but I remember when we came out of it, what we came out like, and the things that happened, the transition that we went through. And there's going to be some weak people. They won't see it. They're going to drift off, and they're not going to see the opportunity. But when they see what they're missing out on, like my partner, they're going to realize, and they're going to say to you, oh, you're so lucky, right? Or they're going to deep down in their hearts say, I wish I would have stuck with it. But that's the difference between those who see it and see the vision and the potential and end up being an iPhone 13 Pro and end up jumping out on the first iPhone because they don't like it, right? That's the difference. That's the difference of the first-time Tesla user versus today's version of what Tesla does. That's the difference. So don't throw the towel in for any way, shape, or form on your dreams. And that's really where we're going, because as we're helping people around the world, it is amazing what we're seeing. Okay. Has it thrown some challenges? Yes. But look at what's going on around our world right now. We have shipping containers that can't even get delivered. We have things that are going on like crazy. Okay. Now we've had a few outages here and there, but we haven't had weeks upon weeks upon weeks. I mean, I've been waiting for certain things I've ordered for 6 months. Okay. And I'm being told, well, you're just going to have to wait for it. Right. Can you imagine how well Phil and his team has done to keep us in product and inventory and things like that? It's been amazing to me. Okay. And not only during this period, we've improved the shipping on the East Coast. We've made sure that we've made improvements, right? Because it wasn't where we needed it to be. So I hope you can see that. I hope you can understand what's going on, because this company is not going to stop until we have it the way we want it to be, and it achieves the dreams and goals for people. Our advancement through collaboration is not about control. It's not about scarcity. It's about abundance. It's about making sure everybody has what they want and can get what they want. But you got to do your part. You got to be willing to step up and work and do your part. And if you're willing to do that, it's going to reward you. It's going to reward you. I promise you. You're going to have that. You're going to have that little element that you need. And stay tuned for these products. Now they're it's going to take some time to get them out to all the regions and get all the things that we're doing. Deanna and them takes a little while, right? But I'm telling you, if you can just see the future and then say, how do I start planning and preparing for that next element to be in my business? That's what you should be doing. The reason we're sharing these things with you early is so that you get to understand them. you can understand where you can go with your business. We're not a company that treat you like employees and just surprise you with the finished goods. We tell you in advance so you can get prepared, so you can see a glimpse of where we're going and then say, how can I implement this in my business plan to make it even bigger, to be even more successful? Who can I reach out to? Who can I connect with? You know, what old guys do I know like Mark Wilson that we can go out and influence to come and join me in this journey? Because I promise you, this is a game changer, and there's some fun things planned. And you know, if you women want a little sexier lips or eyelashes or other things like that, stay tuned, because I'm telling you, it works and it's amazing and it's easy. It's easy to offer. It's easy to offer on a social side. It's easier to offer from a business standpoint. This is the excitement of where we're going. And I want you to know how much we appreciate all of you guys. I want you to know there's not a day go by we don't think about you. We don't talk about you. We don't talk about how we can make your lives better. Even on vacation, there's not a day go by. I promise you, there is not a day go by that you're not in our thoughts, our prayers, and our activities. So thank you so much for having me on today, guys. It's an honor always, but I want to tell you, I want you to know how you, I just, those of you that are going, I want you to just send me a quick text and tell me how you feel when you see what you see this next weekend. Okay. And when you can see where we're going, I think you'll have a new vision, a new pep in your step. You're going to be excited. Like they are down here in Mexico this week. They're on fire. They're ready to go again. And some of them, it's okay. They lost a little hope for a minute. They started to get a little discouraged. Find yourself great people to surround yourself. So when you're a little down, you need somebody to kick you in the pants and get you started again. We all need them. I have them. You all need them. You need somebody to say, get back going. Okay. And if you need to call one of the coaches, let one of the coaches yell at you a little bit and get you back focused. Okay. Whatever you need. Let's get back, let's get focused, and let's make sure that we're controlling our own destiny and we're not allowing to be victims. Because when you start to become a victim, it's all going to come true. Victims, everything comes true. They're self-fulfilling prophecies, right? Don't become that victim. Be the champion that you can be in there and enjoy what's going on here, because there is such an opportunity, so many things that you have to look forward to. And I think you're going to get a glimpse of it this week. So thanks for having me on, guys.
Mark, I just want to say thank you. I mean, I know, but I said earlier, you started this, that you got, you know, you work hard and play hard. Let's face it, here you are, you've been out already, and I know you got stuff to do today. Then you're heading to Europe. I mean, you're an inspiration, and I'm guilty, as anybody here, as being someone who's been frustrated and upset, and we all have those moments. So don't think just because you're, you know, everybody has those moments. I'm sure you've had them too, even though we don't talk about them. And I see your RX shirt.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, by the way, I want to go on record. Okay. Yeah, I got my NewAge hat too, but I want to tell you something. I have no problem if you forever want to be referred to as RX or Nucerity or Limu or Zenoa or any company you find, Noni, you find yourself attached to. I have no problem with that. Go do it. If it makes you happy, go do it. Okay. I got no problem. I was talking to some of them down here in Mexico. Some are kind of grasping the NewAge concept and saying, I like that. And others are saying, you know what? I'm still Noni, and I'm going to be Noni forever. And I'm going to be Nucerity forever. And I'm going to be, you know, I want to be RX forever. And I'm like, great. Enjoy it. You know what? You're your own business owner. What do I care? Go enjoy. We love you. We want you to be successful. We want you to win more than we want it our way or anybody's way. So don't get hung up on stuff like that. Get hung up on making a difference in people's lives. Get hung up on helping people transform and step out of their fears and concerns, and seeing how not only the products, but the business can provide such solutions to today's problems. We have so many challenges in our society right now. We bring people together. We bring people all around the world. We have the Unite event coming up in November. Guys, we're bringing all these countries around the world. Almost 70 countries will be participating around the world. I don't know how many languages that are going to be participating in this, and they're all going to be participating. If we aren't the United Nations, I don't know what we are, right? We're bringing people together. Enjoy that. I see Brent smiling. Brent, when you're on the phone with those folks from Africa, we're not competitors. We love each other. We want to help each other out. That's the beauty of this. You know, and Deb, we still love you up in Canada too, eh? No, I'm just kidding. you're part of, I always consider you part of America anyway. It is all of America, right? It is the Americas. One might be called Canada, one might be called the US, one might be called Mexico, but it's the Americas. And we love you and we appreciate you. So thank you, Todd. I appreciate that.
Well, Mark, we appreciate you getting on, and we know you got to get ready to go somewhere else. So we promise you only 30 minutes. So I'm going to let you go. But the one thing I was just noticing as I looked at the screen and you mentioned the different brands. So we got Tracy Ternberg on here from Noni, and we got Brent Palmer from Limu, and we got Deb from Ucerity. I mean, it's really, and I can't know. And you also mentioned something else about picking your team. I can't go without saying, hey, I picked a pretty good team member in Aaron Decker. I mean, that's a pretty good team member to have. It makes you look like a star when you're not a star. So those are the kind of things that I really believe. And now, and James, by the way, thanks for accepting my friend request. He was our guest a couple of weeks ago. We're going to, it is a big family, Mark. And I think that's, and you know what? You said one thing I wanted to clear. There'll be people who don't, you said you had a partner that didn't survive, didn't last 11 years. I want to throw that out. There'll be people on your team that don't see the big picture here, that don't finish the big race. I think that's just business. And I'm not going to be mad at them. It's their loss. It'll be something they'll look back on. And I have been told it many times because I've heard you say this. People will call you lucky. They will call you lucky. And I've said that. I've been told that so many times about this. I'm like, yeah, you just got lucked up and found these guys. I'm like, yeah, I guess. But some of the people that came with us, Aaron, Todd, they can make that combination.
Yeah.
They're not here today. They didn't finish the race. They even went to other companies and actually became a competitor. So those things happen. So any parting word, Mark? I know you got to go.
Daily activities. It's time to engage. You need to be engaged right now. I'm telling you, no, don't wait. Don't even wait till Saturday. Be engaged right now. Get people excited. Get them on the phones. Yeah, tell them what's coming. I promise you, this is the time to get engaged and get busy in fourth quarter, because if you can build your momentum into fourth quarter, your next year will be so much different. Okay. Every time people always wait till January and say, I'm going to reset goals because it's fourth quarter and the holiday season coming up. It's the worst thing you can do. If you engage now and get your momentum going, your 2022 will be your dream year for you. I promise you. Get involved now. All right. And stay tuned, because I'm telling you, I have never felt a product like the product you're going to hear about Saturday. Never in my 30 years.
Now you got me all thinking. You got us all.
I've never used a product like this product in 30 years of my history. Okay. So wow. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. So be ready. All right. Take care, everybody.
Thank you for staying up.
Thanks.
Guys, we're not going to hang up. I'm going to keep a couple of leaders on here because I want to get some feedback from them. Because he mentioned this blended group, and so I'm gonna switch to Dale. She has no idea. I think to switch to her. She came over from Saturday. I know you're excited. You're going to have to stream because you can't get here. I know you're going to be watching via Zoom because Canada's not allowed to travel. But anything you want to add? I want each one of you, Brent, James, Tracy, Todd, Aaron. We always do about an hour here.
We're the United Way. We're the United Way. Like, look at this blend, right? And it works, right? And we all have each other's back. And that's what's so key. And Mark, if you guys don't believe, you just got to keep plugged in, right? And when it's 7 o'clock here, 7:30 now, to get up and to hear Mark in the morning, be excited and all sweaty from playing basketball with pros. That's what this is about, right? It really is. And so, I don't know, we've all experienced things in our life, not just in NewAge, that we've had to pivot and things just didn't go perfect. But sometimes we forget and we think it's just right now in the moment what's going on. But anybody over 20 years old, you've gone through several major things in your life that didn't go exactly how you thought it would be, right? So how'd you figure it out? You got to stick with it. You got to figure out. I used to work in the corporate world, and that just brings gray hairs to me right now just thinking about it. I would open up staples companies around big cities in North America, and there would be times before an opening with 350 employees, the power wouldn't work in a brand new building. We would get vandalized, and our outside toilets would be trashed. 350 people, nowhere to go to the washroom. Like, you figure it out. or you run and hide. So you got a few choices. You laugh. We had fun with it. We figured it out. We were hiring employees with flashlights. We made it work. You figure life out, or you run and hide. So those are the things that come along. Now, when you look back, I'm going to tell you, just like Mark said, one of your biggest, fondest memories is going to look back at this year and go, do you remember that pandemic? It's chapter 4 of my book. Do you remember what happened in NewAge and we went through it? And look what's happened. You got to believe. You've got to pivot, and you got to go with it, guys. Don't be the ones watching the parade go by and go, oh, I wish I'd stuck with it. I just never want to be that person. And I know that, when I first started Nucerity, we didn't have a back office. We didn't have a website. We had one product we couldn't get in Canada. We shared the bottle. We built a multi-million-dollar business just from this, and made our own enrollment forms and figured it out. It's just like Africa right now. I've got a team member who's got 250 applications, but I can't put them in yet. It's okay. We got the pile. We'll figure it out. So you guys, just stay plugged in. We're not losing. We will not lose. So stay with us. So thanks, Chris.
Special things happen when special people work. Tracy, you're the newest guy here that came over with a company that's been established for a long time. So you have a real perspective of what change is going to be about. How to unmute. I hope I'm unmuted.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me on. Yeah, I guess I am the new kid on the block, but I've got the most experience with the company. It's been 19 years I've been involved with Noni. And, that's really hard to believe when you sit back and think about it in this industry, to have longevity of 19 years and everybody else here with, ARCs and whatnot, it's 10 years in. You see a lot of things. And one of the things Mark said, positive, we're all negative. We've all had negative moments the last 2 months. I think we can all agree with that. But here's the key, and I learned this very early in my training. My mentor always told me, he said, when you're up, you talk down, and when you're down, you talk up. And he goes, it makes sense, because when you're sick, you don't throw down, you throw up. And so the biggest part here is when you're sitting there and you have a negative moment, don't talk to your downline about it. Call your upline, call an upline leader. And that's where I've really appreciated this collaboration of talent, is being able to call guys like Todd and Brent and have conversations like, what do you guys feel? It's like you have these, talk things through in a way that has just been an incredible thing. And, for that reason alone, I think we are more poised today for incredible future growth than we've ever been before, than we could have done alone as Noni, and what you could have done alone as RX. This collaboration of leadership, I think, is such a powerful thing. And you bring in new products and new resources and new science. I think the sky's the limit for us. The challenge simply is this: do you, if you're listening to this call today, do you have the vision to ride it out? I could tell you horror stories of things that have gone wrong in my business over the years, losing groups in a certain country because, a country, they change the regulation laws and all of a sudden it's like nothing to do with the company, but the government changed. And you're like, wow, I could quit. But you don't. You retool, you refocus, you find a place to build. You go build Africa, you go build Kazakhstan, you go build your own backyard. I know everyone gets excited about going all over the world. We're in 75 countries around the world. It's exciting to say, listen, I'm going to go build some exotic place. The best place to build is in your own backyard. The best place to build is right where you're at. Why? Because people know, like, and trust you. And, so you go build, go spend time doing stuff. And this is coming from a guy, by the way, that I've been to Ireland and England 35 times building my organization over there. And I would go every 6 weeks, and it was hard. It was expensive. Has it been fruitful? Absolutely. But it's not for everybody. But still, my biggest part of my business is right here in the United States. And I think we are poised here in the US for more growth than anywhere else in the world. So grab your bootstraps, pull them up, put your shoes on, and get ready to run. Because I tell you, it's going to be a phenomenal next 2 to 5 years for everybody that wants to go to work. Thanks, Chris.
I agree with you. I agree, Tracy. You know, that was a series that we had Noni, and I'm going to switch to Coach Palmer. Then we're going to Limu, and we're going to come to our couple of Orange guys. I just think it's important that we realize with the collaboration.
Yeah, you know, it's really interesting, Chris, that you did it this way today. I don't know, you know, you do everything on purpose, but, you know, when I look at this company and what really excites me, and to kind of piggyback what Tracy said, is if you've got an open mind and you don't build out of scarcity on, you know, I've got my cookies in my cookie jar and I can't get my hand out of the cookie jar because I got it wrapped around those cookies, right? But if you bring it out of the cookie jar, there's a lot of cookies out there. And when you look at our company, like, and Tracy, I don't want to say too much, kind of, because if you're at the event, you're going to hear a little more about it from me and Tracy, but there's so many experts in so many different areas of our company. And here's what I mean by that. Last night, I showed up in Vestavia Hills, Alabama, where Myra Miles is the new athletic director. I'm so proud of her. I showed up there to do something for the school, for the football program. And when I saw her, I went, oh my goodness. She's been on our products from the Newsome, from the Nucerity line to Lucem, the new Lucem line from Nucerity. She's been on the RX lines of vitamins and optimals over the last couple of years. Guys, she's drinking Noni. She's drinking Limu. She's drinking Moa. And it was, as soon as I walked in her office, I went, holy smokes, you look amazing. And she's in the most stressful time of her life right now, taking over a massive, you know, athletic program in one of the biggest schools in the state and in the surrounding states. And here's what I want you to get from my part today. Think about this. Who do you know? Who are you collaborating with in the different lines of our products? It doesn't have to be Aaron Decker from RX, but it would be an awesome opportunity for you to find someone in the RX brands to collaborate with. It doesn't have to be Tracy Ternberg from Noni, but it would be very wise of you to find someone in Noni to collaborate with, because they are the experts of their brand. What about Limu? It doesn't have to be me, but you could find somebody to collaborate with. And I could go around the room of our house of brands through collaboration, exactly what Mark Wilson said. We want to win more than we want to be right. And so through collaboration and through bringing people on your individual calls and through bringing them in on to your third party validation calls, you're going to build a massive organization if you can just see the big picture of where we're headed. And then when you roll in the technology that's coming and a lot of different things, it's an unstoppable machine that really our world is looking for. And so when I see a smile on Mark Wilson's face, on our executive team's face, I think they see that they're creating this unstoppable dream team force that the rest of the industry is going to look and go, we don't have to stop being who we are. We just need to join forces and be a part of this massive dream team that's sweeping across the globe. That's what we got our hands on. So, Chris, thanks this morning for putting this together. This is a wow factor, bringing it all together here on this call.
You know, Brent, you said that the dream team. That's what I called our corporate staff at RX for many years, the dream team, because it was like that American Olympic team, basketball team that had Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson and all those guys. And nobody ever questioned whether they were going to win. The question was, what was the score? right? And I think as I look across these faces and it's growing, that's exactly, it used to be the corporate staff. Now they've put together a field of dream teams. And I'm going to call on Aaron Decker. He doesn't, I didn't tell him was going to call on him exactly, but Aaron, and he said, pick your team members. Hey, I suggest picking team members like Aaron Decker. It's a good team member to have sponsored. And, I guess he picked me. I shouldn't say I picked him. He asked me when I worked with him. No. Hey, then you want your team to be better than you. So, Aaron, what's your words here for next week? We're really so excited.
Here's what's fun, right? You talk about team, talk about dream team. Everybody, whether you're on this, like, look to your right and your left, look up and down. What I love, and I want to talk about perspective just for a moment. Perspective is this. These are all the people that I'd want in my dream team because they've got what it takes to stay, right? They've got what it takes to weather the storm. And whether the storm was worse or not for some or others, it really doesn't matter. When you look up and down, you look to your right and your left, these are all people that are still here because it's easy to leave at the first sign of adversity. And many times people do. But when you're getting ready to go launch, and the second part of the perspective is this, I don't believe, Tracy, that we're a 20-year-old company and Todd, we're not a 10-year-old company and we're not a 5-year-old company. Guys, we're a 3-month-old company that's just getting started. And when you start with a team that knows how to stay in the game, a team that knows how to go through adversity, a team both from the corporate side, because understand, they did the same thing. Their team is diversified just like ours is. Their team had people that couldn't hack it, that couldn't stick through it, that couldn't handle the pressures. And so you take, Chris, you're talking about the dream team. We've got the dream team on the corporate side because they've got the best that are still here, and the ones that left, they had to replace with the best. And then you look at this field right here and you look at everybody that's here. It's the best of the best. It's those that have what it takes to stay. And now we're getting ready to go literally with a 3-month-old. Guys, it's perspective. We're 3 months old. We're not a company that's an old company. We're a new company that's all come together that's headed in a different direction. Chris, I could not be more excited and blessed to be a part of this.
I agree with you totally, Aaron. And James, now you've got, you showed up a couple of Saturdays in a row after we asked you to be a guest. So I guess, you now have to be here every Saturday. So I'm going to put it on you. You've been around for a while. I mean, I've known you for a while, not on a real personal basis, but we've known each other. We've met and talked sometimes. Tell us your perspective. Then we'll let Coach Rowland close us out.
First, I'm just honored and grateful to be on here, and I want everyone to think about this. And I want you to type 2 words in the chat, my story. Type 2 words in the chat for me, my story. And I want you to think about this because I remember I got started, Chris, in the beginning. I came from USANA. I was there for 2.5 years. I was a broke college student, just graduated. When I graduated a month later, RX got started and we're like, all right, we're going to try this new thing. And I remember what I felt from today, hearing Mark, seeing you all and everything. I was one of those people all the way in the back of the room, seeing everyone on stage like we see right here. And I was wondering to myself this, I was like, can I be one of those people one day? And maybe some of you guys are thinking that right now as well too. It's like, can I do this? Can I be up there? And just proof of concept, well, we're here right now. Everyone can be here and we need more people as well too. So we've all gone through pandemics. We've all gone through storms. We've all gone through that right now. But just like what Aaron said, this is a brand new opportunity right now. I'm like, my heart is pumping because I feel brand new right now. And the opportunities are huge. It's not just for us. We're like the old people here, I guess. What I'm most excited about is the stories of the new people. I'm excited about the next hundreds of people that are going to be on stage like this as well too. So my message of today would be this: is being brand new. What do you want your new age story to be? What do you want your level up story to be? And going from that, Mark said 2022 starts right now. What do we need to do today to build that story? And I'll just share. I'm building new again. I enrolled 4 people this last week. Multiple of them are on this call. I'm in hardcore enrolling, hardcore customer getting, hardcore in the field. The best thing to do right now is just lead from the front and build the new chapter, the new story. And I just feel like, man, this is a global opportunity. For me, I want to go all the way to the top, and we have plenty of room for everybody here to do it as well too, you know? So I'm just pumped. I'm honored to be here. Thanks for having me.
James, thanks for being on. We love to have you here. Now you're committed. Many Saturdays to come.
I'm down.
And we will finish. And we're finished. You know, I want to say one thing. I was thinking about this because we talked about how things change. 3 years ago, I started this Saturday morning call with about a dozen people, and it was just to try to get some people started. And Todd said, "Y'all, you really like that Saturday morning?" I said, "Well, we're always doing Saturdays, these super Saturdays." I said, and then this Saturday thing has grown now to where, I mean, I get text messages. Who's on Saturday? Who's going to be on Saturday? Who's going to be on Saturday? And as I look across here, each one of these people used to be just a guest, and now we got. So I'm getting all of you committed. See what I'm doing? Todd, my mentor. I'm gonna call Todd Rowland my mentor. And don't think Mark said whine up. I'm a whiner sometimes. He'll tell you I whine too, just like everybody. We all have those moments. And I whined up to Todd a while, and of course he just checks me up now. After 20 years, he doesn't give me much slack. So Coach Rowland, we're gonna let you close this out. Left you for last with all the good, so they get all the good stuff to say first. Now you got to figure out what you're going to say with all these good things.
Chris, I got 2 pieces of information. One is I'm a follower of people, not computer systems, not products, not ideas. I'm a follower of people. And you find me the right person running something, and it's going to go huge. Look at the stories out there. Is Tesla huge because they're electric car, or is Tesla huge because Elon Musk runs it? Is Apple Computer huge because they came out with the first iPhone, or is Apple Computer huge because Steve Jobs set that in motion? I'm going to tell you, the largest stockholders, shareholders of your company are people that are going to do something on a scale that is unimaginable in our industry. It's going to happen. There's zero chance that Dr. Fred Cooper, that Mark Wilson, that Jeff Yates, that Brent Willis aren't going to create the largest company ever in our industry. That's going to happen. It's 1,000%. So that's first thing I want to share with you. Second thing I want to share with you is we now get to have our piece of it. Forget them. Forget the company. Forget the 75 countries. Just how big of a business do you want? See, the greatest thing about network marketing is, I know everybody's not a football player. I just only know 2 things. I know network marketing, I know football. I know them both really well. I don't spend any time learning anything else. I talk in a really narrow range, and I apologize. But I will tell you that football coaches are the most critiqued businessmen on planet Earth. And I call them businessmen because in the college arena now, the least paid one is $1 million a year, and the best paid ones are now between $10 and $12 million per year. So last weekend, when Texas A&M and Alabama squared off, both of those coaches are making $10 million a year in salary, not to include endorsements. But here's the deal: they got 100,000 people in the stands judging them. They don't care if the quarterback's hurt. They don't care if the receiver gets hurt. They don't care if the safety goes down. You win, or we will fire you and replace you and pay somebody else that kind of money. They're judged every matter of fact. Chris and I will be judging our coaches today. I'm an Ole Miss fan. He's a Tennessee fan. One of those coaches will be a hero this evening about 10 o'clock. The other one will have about 70,000 people ready to fire him. We just want a new one because we didn't win today. Okay, that's your business. It doesn't matter if you're Black, Asian, woman, man, young, old. Network marketing does not give you a promotion. It gives you a business and sets you in perpetual motions to create your life, your dream, to get debt removed from your life, to create residual income, to create time freedom. But the thing about network marketing is it's not like corporate America. It's not like the military. Nobody will get a promotion here for hanging around. Nobody's going to get an increased income just for showing up on a Zoom. You must go do the daily income producing activities. And James, I love that you said that you went out and sponsored 4 people. You got a new team growing. They're here with us on Zoom this morning. And I encouraged myself and you. I talk to myself. I do not talk to anybody else. I am self-preaching. It's time to go build this to the next level for our lives. Not for NewAge, not for Noni, not for New Sarity. It's time for Deb, Brent, James, Tracy, Aaron, Chris, Todd, and every other single person out here to go create our future in this company and set our families free. Chris, enjoy the game. Go Rebels.
You know, I'm not going to agree with that, but go Vols. And hey, good part is we all have our own personalities, but we're all a NewAge family. And I want to close with that. So, guys, look forward to seeing many of you next week. And can't wait to get to Salt Lake. I'm already getting calls. My sister, who I didn't think would ever engage in this business, text me. They've already flown out there. They're there early. So, guys, whoever you're cheering for today, and Todd, and we know Aaron's not a football fan, but here's what we know. It's going to be a great day in our company next week. And we're all missing some special things in our lives, because what we know is what NewAge is about to happen. So, guys, have a great Saturday. Look forward to seeing all of you next week. If Deb, we'll look forward to seeing you on Zoom next. We won't have this Zoom next Saturday because everybody will be streaming from the corporate events. So, but we'll have a surprise guest the following week. So, y'all have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Hey, guys.